We will show you the whole building in a few minutes.
Che dici, la lascio qua?
No,
Please.
Aquí, please. Please go. This is Indotech showroom. Look, chair side, plus big windows. Coffee corner, meeting room. Other meeting room.
no, thank you very much. Very famous.
In this case, we want to create a crown, so we need to write the correct defined job for the patients. Let's go on the CAD. We can import the STL file or the PLY file, like this. For example, in this case, we need to import the intraoral scan, and then we can model the crown, okay? For example, we can move on to start the modeling. Into the margin line, we can define the margin line with just one click. For example, I select one click in upper part of the stamp, automatically CapCut design the margin line. With one click, we can decide the insertion of the crown. With just one click, automatically CapCut select the correct insertion for this crown. We can move on into the internal phase. Into the internal phase, automatically CapCut delete the undercut for our arch. And of course, select the correct parameters is automatically, okay, for the zirconia material, laser melting material, etc. We can move on into the external phase. Into the external phase, CapCut place the crown in a perfect contact with the antagonist and with the arch, okay? It's automatically. If we want, of course, with the place function, we can modify the placement. For example, we can modify the height, we can modify the size, or if you want, with the change library, we can choose another library, okay? Perfect. If we have, for example, a big contact with the antagonist, it's not a problem. Why? Because with just one click, with the correct shape function, automatically CapCut all intersection for the antagonist and for the arch, okay? And of course, if we want, we can model this crown. So we can add, remove, or smooth the material in this crown, or with the deform function, we can deform a part of our crown. We have another big algorithm in this part of the software. For example, with the tooth portion function, with just one click, automatically we can select and we can deform a part of our crown. For example, if I select the distal part, automatically CapCut deform this part, or if I select the cups, automatically CapCut deform this part, okay? After that, we can move on. The refinement step is a check. For example, if we want, we can model again the crown, or if we want, we can add the attachment inside the prosthesis, the crown, or we can move on and we can decide the correct folder to save this crown, okay?
One question.
Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation.
Oh,
Is there in your plan to add maybe AI inside to?
It's already there.
Yeah.
It's already there.
Yeah,
It's already there.
yeah.
Is already?
The software is just ready with the AI inside,
So
Angelo.
the design, the positioning is already there.
Okay, but is it in the plan for the clinic market made something that automatically, without go to the step next, do
Absolutely.
something?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Can you show me?
Yeah, he's saying things. I mean, if you go back to the positioning, the first one, I mean, you can just say go. The chair side, it will be exactly the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is in the development
just
step.
yeah. Is in a
Because I know
in
that
a-
you already have all, but maybe for how can I say, wow effect point of view, have the possibility to do in one click the finish to it. But if you want, you can go previous.
Yeah,
And
yeah, but exactly, this is
Yeah.
exactly
Okay.
the meaning of even IpsoCAD is based on that. So you can say go ahead, go ahead.
Width of the.
Yeah, very easy. Then of course you can, so and the
Yeah.
placement, it will be the perfect one
Perfect.
with the next tooth, with the upper tooth. So it will be the perfect positioning of the tip, and then you can manage, you can change it.
You could have a software version that
Yeah.
collects all
We
those
will
steps,
have
so
we
just
will
one
have a
click and
church
then it just
side.
moves.
We will have a church side software. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It will be a subset of functionalities of this one. Yeah.
And with just one click, automatically IpsoCAD
Excellent.
select the margin line, place the crown, and
go.
cut the intersection with the antagonist and with the arc.
Okay.
With just one click for the church side mode. Yeah.
Okay, after this one, can you please show me a quick demo for full dentures?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Please go with your
Yeah, yeah.
schedule, but
Yeah, yeah.
maybe if it's possible.
Can I just add, sorry, one other thing?
Yeah.
At the start, when you select the patient data, so there is management for the patient information there
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
all built in.
Yeah. Sure.
This is the standard data, Zoltan. Without this data, you don't work it for.
For the CAD solution. Yes, why? Because in this part of our CAD, you can decide, for example, the type. For example, if you want to
Yeah,
design with
like,
the crown, with the implants, with the
job
bar.
order,
Yeah,
job order.
it's a job order. Yeah. For example, with IpsoCAD, of course, you can create a simple crown. It's very easy. But if you want, you can create, for example, a real complete prosthesis. For example, a Toronto Bridge with the gum and with the teeth. Okay. And we have a beautiful function in IpsoCAD. Is a new function of our software. For example, when you finish, when you design the teeth, when you design the gum, in the last step, into the refinement step, if we want, you have an amazing function, is the IpsoBar function.
Wow.
And if we want, you can design.
Substructure?
Yeah.
Wow.
If we want, for example, you can design a margin line in the lower part of your prosthesis, like this.
Wow. From when this is available?
This is available.
New function, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
When
yeah.
did you release that?
In
1 year ago.
1 year ago. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This is important because many users with CapCut cannot do this, and they bought Blender for Dental as a portion with monthly fee only to do this kind of processes. And this is a key function, and CapCut just released 1 month ago this function.
Yeah, with our software in a single workflow, you can design a prosthesis and the bar. Okay,
Wow.
it's very easy. Why? Because you need to select to draw the margin line. Automatically, IpsoCAD places the bar inside the prosthesis, and you can modify this bar with the parameters. For example, if you want to modify the chamfer, if you want to modify the angle of the bar, if you want to modify the A, or if you want, you can select the occlusal plane and you can modify the bar with the occlusal plane. You can modify the A, you can modify the direction and the insertion. Okay.
Okay, this is for the shape and so parameters point of view, but is there anything function available where I can play about the cement gap?
Yeah, sure. In the
Can
same.
you show me?
Yeah, like this. When you finish, you can decide the offset. The offset is the cementum gap of the bar, and you can
Okay.
decide the minimum thickness for the prosthesis for the zirconia.
Okay, but this offset means that the bar with the upper part is from an ideal situation like 0 to 0, or we can maybe have a preset, because if this came the bar from laser melting
Yeah.
and the upper part is milled,
Yeah.
we have to do extra compensation,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Or if it's milled,
Yeah.
so because usually dental technicians likes to do the bar scanning and after doing the upper part
Yeah.
due to no fitting problem. Do you have any special tricks
Yeah.
to
It's automatic.
avoid that?
It's automatically. Why? Because into the defined job, when you select the correct material, like this,
Wow.
automatically you have a setting for the bar, for the zirconia, for the laser melting, for the milling. You have automatically parameters. Okay. For example, in this case, this is for the milling, for the milling bar. Automatically we have a 0.20 millimeters for the gap cementium. Okay, of course you can modify these parameters.
But there is the extra compensation.
Yeah,
due
yeah,
to the-
yeah.
And I imagine that you made some tests internally before to have the perfect
Yeah, sure.
check.
This is what we do. This is exactly our job, to check it every day if it works. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
this is a
sure.
big pain for dental
Yeah,
technicians.
yeah, yeah. We know that.
When you finish, automatically IpsoCAD design a bar inside the prosthesis. You can move on into the export phase, and automatically IpsoCAD create 3 different STL. One STL for the bar, one STL for the upper prosthesis, and one STL for the prosthesis without the subtraction. Why? For the try-in.
The try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to check the occlusion, the
Wow.
yeah. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thanks. And with IpsoCAD you can create, for example, the skeleton, the partial framework. The partial framework is very easy. Why? Because you have a creation step. Into the creation step you can design a retention. You can design a clasp. And for example, if you want, you can decide the finished part of your class, if you want to modify the parameters for the finished class. And
Sorry,
Yeah.
I miss a bit the latest ExoCAD version for this part.
yeah,
Is there any development for that? Because I remember
Yeah.
3 or 4 years ago
Yeah.
when I tried this and was terrible work
Okay,
with
okay, okay.
do you know if now is a different ExoCAD or is more? Or
Is-
you
is
have
a com-
better development?
yeah, is a new workflow this for our software. If you want, I can show you a real case.
They did something anyway. So they did
Better.
something. Yeah. Even them, they tried to do something better here. They announced last year the possibility to split the skeleton with the upper part. So
Other
to do this. Yeah.
protesi combinata.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. So
And
no, they are working on that, of course. But again, the main reason we started to develop this software is that we hate monopoly, and honestly, ExoCAD is working in a monopoly situation. Because if you look at the competitors, 3Shape is not a competitor because they do another sport. So they are playing soccer while 3Shape is playing basketball. Just 2 different markets.
It's a ball game.
Yeah, it's completely different one. Dental wings doesn't exist anymore, almost. I don't think that anybody's gonna buy a new license of dental wings. So if you look at market, they are alone. And if you are alone, you can do whatever you want. So you can change prices, you can change rules, you can change whatever you want just because
It's
you
more easy to
are
manage, everything.
forced to use that kind of software. And that's the reason why, if you think that you have to pay more than 10,000 euros for a single license of ExoCAD right now, this is something not affordable anymore from this market. This market cannot afford to buy the software. That's it. That's the reason why there are tons of cracked licenses of ExoCAD, which is illegal. And the reason why they are not
Step, you need to select the correct part of your model. For example, you need to analyze the model. For example, you need to select the incisor part, the trigoms, the favela points. Automatically IpsoCAD choose a correct library. For example, I need to select the point, and automatically IpsoCAD choose the correct dimension of your teeth. And into the placement, IpsoCAD place the teeth. Of course, if you want, you can change this library if you want, or if you want, you can modify the placement. So you need to modify the height of your teeth, the space of your teeth, etc. And then you can move on. Into the gum modeling, IpsoCAD connects the gum into the teeth. If you want, you can modify this gum with the edit function. With the edit function, you can modify this gum with the control line, like this, okay? Or if you want, you can model this gum with the sculpt. With the sculpt, you can add, remove, or smooth the material into the gum. Okay? Or with the deform function is a very beautiful function. Why? Because with the spot size, you can modify a part of your gum. It's completely free. Okay? When you finish, you can move on, and automatically CapCut create 3 different STL, one STL for the teeth and one STL for the gum.
What about the lower part?
What about?
The lower part.
For example?
Make upper and lower
Yeah.
together
Ah, yeah, sure.
as a full case.
Yeah, sure. In this case, we don't have a dentule
Okay.
arch for view, to show you the real case. But if you want, of course, yeah.
Do you have one to show this?
I don't have a full dental arch.
Okay.
Identical dental arch for the lower arch.
Okay, and how is approaching for the medial incisal and to have the correct line due the different classes?
Yeah,
So there is a preset.
Yeah, or if you want, for example, you can import when you define a job into the removable part. You can select the full dental for the upper and the full dental for the
Yeah,
lower.
okay.
Okay, and you can select the bite. If you select the bite, you can import the STL to
Oh,
check the
okay.
dimension, to check the occlusion, the all things.
Okay.
And automatically CapCut places the teeth in a perfect contact for the
Okay, and
incision
what I mean
line.
is that there are 3 different classes, no?
Yeah.
Okay, is there any, because maybe people that want to print
Yeah.
doesn't have the knowledge
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
to adjust,
yeah.
no? My question is possible to have this preset, for example,
Sure.
class 1, 2, 3,
Sure.
and automatically there is a preset that is perfect
Sure.
due to this criteria?
Sure. In the last month, we have modified this library. For example, to create 3 different occlusion: the first class, the second class, and the third.
Is Ackerman?
Yeah, sure. And we import this library, this different library, in the next month.
Yeah.
In the next month, we import this library for the 3 different occlusion. Yeah,
Grazie.
right.
You can restart whenever you want, no penalty, no, I mean, it's just Netflix. I mean, if you pay Netflix, you can watch the movies. If you stop to pay, you stop to watch the movies, and after 1 month, you can restart watching the movie for that month, just paying 14 euros, that's it. Same approach. No dongles anymore. So you can use the software with the same license in 10,000 different PCs. Just user a name and you can use it. So you can be wherever you want. If you lose the dongle of CapCut today, you are lost. You have to repay the software from scratch. So this is a very clear rule.
You
for
have to
us.
do something with the police. And,
You have to go to
you
the
have to pay
police.
500
You
euros.
have to convince them that you lose the dongle.
It's a trouble.
It takes maybe 1 month, and
It's a trouble.
And it's cloud-based or local?
the license is
The
cloud-based,
license, of course.
while the software is installed in the
locally
PC.
installed.
Yes, because it's
The processing
yeah,
power requirement.
it's too much.
Do you see opportunities?
Competitors. So they are really doing nothing to avoid that crack licenses exist. They are doing nothing. They claim to do something, but in reality they are not doing nothing. So for this reason we decided to do something. And we changed completely the business model. So we can sell CapCut through subscriptions, a monthly subscription like Netflix. We are starting 79 euros per month for the base license to 129 per month. So that means that you as data technician, you can afford the investment. It's just 129 the first month, 129 the second
You
month.
adjust the business model like a consumable. The market
Yeah,
use your
like-
software like a consumable
like-
that you use when
Like
they
the
need.
normal and the modern way to sell software. Because if you look, Adobe, the PDF,
Yeah.
they are not selling license anymore.
So that they both, and how many users you have that is using the rental one?
Numbers are like that. I mean, we are coming from the oldest version of the previous CAD software
EGS.
called EGS and Dental CAD, etc. We have something like a couple of thousand users of that software.
2000.
We are moving them to the new release, to the new version of IpsoCAD. So, and they are all based on perpetual licenses. So, in that case, we are going to ask them the maintenance fee year by year. Now we have something like 450 subscription already.
And you know
working.
of each customer how many machine or scanner they have about this information. You have something or
We are asking them while they are, registering themselves. We are asking them, of course, all those information. Some of them are giving us the information. Some of them no. But at the end of the day, we have a very good map. We have a 3,500. List in our database with a lot of information inside, including scanner and milling machine.
And about this 2,500 license, no? May we know where is the concentration? So, for example, 1,000 Italy, 500 Japan. So, how is the spread?
Let's say it's very nice this because in Japan we have a big market thanks to Kulzer Japan. I mean, Kulzer Japan is the only Kulzer that were out of the Kulzer management team, the German management team. So they decided to stay like themselves under the Mitsui Chemical management. And so we continue to work with them, and they did a very good job there. They have something like a couple of hundred licenses working in Japan. So let's say the Italy is the main market, and then we have
Like
Spain. Then we have
60-70% of that is Italy.
Italy is something like 60%.
Okay.
Yeah,
And the others?
yeah, all around the world.
For
all
example,
around the
maybe 10% is Japan.
200. Yeah, almost. Yeah,
Almost.
Yeah, almost a bit less.
And the other 20 is Spain.
Let's say we have licenses in the US, we have licenses in China,
Okay,
we have
it's,
licenses
general.
all
But
around
the
the
reason
world.
because there are this good concentration in Japan of customer
Okay,
is
Kulzer,
for the
Kulzer.
Because of Kulzer.
for Kulzer, Mitsui.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You localize the language for each country normally, or
Yeah, we have tons of languages. Paolo will show you. So,
in Japanese?
yeah. Yeah, Japanese thanks to Kulzer Japan.
Did you know the reference labs for IpsoCAD in Japan? You have a good demo labs
Yeah, of course.
because we
A
can
lot.
use this demo.
A lot.
The best customer for us is our very useful for our R&D to visit them.
Sure,
If you
absolutely.
can share
we have,
this.
We have tons of them there. Yeah, we can share all those information.
I would like to know the contact so that
Yeah, of
we
course, we will.